Welcome everyone to your weekly pick-a-card reading. Now this pick-a-card reading is from Monday the 10th to Sunday the 16th of April, or for whenever you come across these readings, as these messages are timeless and will find you as and when you need them. So just trust that, my friends. Please remember these are general readings, so take what resonates, apply it to the area of your life that it resonates in, and just leave the rest. You'll be surprised at what you hold on to, what you remember from the readings, and other things that you'll completely forget. And that's just Spirit's way of just making sure that the messages that are meant for you, your psyche, your intuition, your inner knowing will hold on to that and you'll remember it. Let's get started. Okay everyone, we have pole number 1, pole number 2, pole number 3 and pole number 4. For pole number 1 and for pole number 2 we have the Mookaite crystals. For pole number 3 we have the serpentine, and for pole number 4 we have the jade. So as usual, my friends, select a pole by pole number, by crystal, by the colours of the crystals. Just a pole that you just find you keep looking at, you're just drawn to. Or don't hesitate to just take a guess. When we guess, that's our intuition. That's how we tap into our intuition. So take your time, pause this section if you need to. So it's 1, 2, 3 and 4. Welcome pole number 1. Let's have a look at what messages Spirit has for you this week. So the overall energy to start with is 24 and electric seal, I don't know why I was going to say seal. Electric eel spirit with bring your ideas to life. And we have fox spirit, think on your feet with 27. Oh, I like those two energies together. We have 45, uncover your softer self, beauty lies beneath. And we have number 12, listen to inner guidance, wisdom dwells within. Isn't that interesting? We've got a beauty lies beneath and wisdom dwells within. So there's something about going beneath the surface this week. Pole number 1. We have the 8 of Wands, we have the Emperor, and we have the Moon. Okay. Okay, my beautiful pole number 1. This overall energy is quite interesting because I feel it's twofold. I feel like almost this eel is swimming towards the fox, but the eel and the fox live, in very, very different worlds. And I love the difference in colour here. There's a sense that I'm just feeling that things are coming into alignment for you. And I feel like you're bringing different aspects of yourself into alignment, or that you're bringing them together. I feel like there's a merging. Now bring your ideas to life and think on your feet. I'm really getting this energy of thinking outside the box, not letting others put you in a box, or not letting others dictate. Spirit's telling me that's too strong a word. I was going to say not letting others dictate, and Spirit said that's too strong a word, but it's kind of that energy. So thank you, Spirit. Don't let people influence you. And with this fox spirit, it's almost like, the fox is cunning. On this particular picture, he's wearing, some spectacles. I don't know if you can see them there, but he's got some spectacles on. And I feel like, a fox, he's cunning because he sees clearly. He sees beyond maybe necessarily what others see around him. So he sees opportunities and he can go for them because he sees them. He has that clarity, and he doesn't see the world like everybody else, and so there's an advantage in that. The fox spirit has an advantage above those around him because he sees things a little bit different. And I think this is where the spirit is. The spirit's saying, don't allow yourself to be influenced by others, because others have their perspective, others have their path, others have their gifts and their... It's funny because the first word that came to mind was kryptonite. We all have things that stop us in our tracks. We all have things that we have to deal with and we have to get over, but it's not the same thing as maybe the person sitting next to you, your partner, your family, your friends, your boss, your work colleagues, people in your community. So there's a real sense here of embracing you being a real individual. Now that doesn't mean, Spirit's showing me, you don't have to do everything on your own. It's not about going out and doing everything on your own. It's about more so doing things your way, pole number 1. And I'm just really getting messages here from Spirit to really clarify what he means by that, to really clarify that you don't have to be alone to do things your way. Sometimes the lesson is, how do I be true to myself in this job, in this family, in this group of friends, or with the significant other in my life, my partner, my husband, my children. Because there's a sense here that you don't have to be alone. You don't have to do it alone. The Emperor, he doesn't do it alone. The Emperor is called the Emperor because he has an empire. He is the leader. Yes, he's out in front, but he's not alone. And the Emperor is not scared to call on his wise men, or to call on his army, or to call his healers, in order to keep the empire healthy, safe, thriving. He's not in his castle manning all the shops, doing the crops, commanding his army and training them. He has people in place for that. And that's what makes him such a wise, such a, the word inspired. So I feel that in this element of bring your ideas to life, you will inspire others. And there's a sense here of, it might not be that people follow you as such. it's just that they're going to be drawn to you. You're not going to even have to do anything to kind of pull them into your side or into your way of thinking. They're just naturally going to be drawn that way. And that's really lovely. And you have things brewing. I feel with this electric eel. And the number 24 comes to a 6. And the 6 is all about family. It's about your wealth. It's about a home business if you've got one or if you want to start one. And it's about your home. And there are ideas coming to you. And the ideas could be in one of those areas. Like it could be about your family and a better way to live. It could be about your home and maybe moving home. Or it can just be an idea that will enable those areas of your life to prosper, to grow, to evolve. And I'm getting this sense of to be better. And this electric spirit, I can feel the current, like I can feel, not like the current like in the water current, but like in the electricity current. There's this crackling in you. And I feel for some of you, it's so gentle. It's so just starting. But I think the intensity is going to grow, especially with this think on your feet, because the fox spirit, this is 27, so this is a 9. The 9 in tarot, the 9 in numerology is all about endings. It's all about the completion of a cycle. And think on your feet. I feel that this think on your feet is because things are changing. But I feel pole number 1 that you want this change. Now, very quickly, Spirit just said, but you might not know it yet. It's just this beginning. It's just this vibration that is starting to rise in you, that you are becoming aware of. And think on your feet is be light. Don't get bogged down in details, pole number 1. Don't get afraid. Don't become afraid of change. Don't allow yourself, just to get bogged down. Think on your feet. I'm feeling this really light feet. I don't know if you've ever seen a fox when they jump. They spring. They're like this little spring. And it's almost like, just as I was picturing this fox and how they spring, they just literally, and sometimes they do it from all fours. It's not like the first 2 paws go and then the last 2 follow. Sometimes they literally look like they're picking all 4 feet up and then dropping themselves into another spot. So they're quite agile, and they're very rapid. And I'm feeling this sense of lightness. 1, it can be tread lightly. I just got tread lightly, because I think other people's emotions are going to get involved in this. And that's why at first I was saying don't allow yourself to be influenced by others. Thank you, Spirit. I was going to forget that. There's new ideas. There's part of me wants to say, pole number 1, there's a new you emerging. And for some of you, that's how deep it runs. And for others, there's something new that wants to come into your life. There's something that wants to be done different. Now look at these beautiful cards. You've got 45, uncover your softer self, beauty lies beneath. Look, we've got another 9. this is, you're discovering a new aspect of yourself, pole number 1. You're discovering a beauty in you that you never saw. And when we say beauty, it doesn't mean like good looks, you know, it's just this beauty in you that, like a gift or a kindness, an energy, a vibration, a way of thinking, a way of speaking. And you're going to uncover that and uncover your softer self. This is almost like feminine energy. As you uncover, you're going to receive information from that part of you that helps you bring these new ideas, this new vibration that's coming your way. It will bring you new ideas, but that are tangible in the real world, that you can, you know, take steps towards, or take a leap of faith on. Because I got sidetracked earlier. Thank you, Spirit, for bringing me back. But I was saying, you know, when I was talking about how foxes kind of spring, I was going to say, oh, as I got that image in my head, it made me think of the Fool card in Tarot. So for some of you, there might be this sense of taking a leap of faith. And it's really funny. I was out and about. I'm in the south coast of New South Wales at the moment, with my house sitting, and I was out and about in a little country town. It's literally like one street, and I saw this in one of the little gift shops there. Dreams do come true, and the colour and the saying, and oh, I picked it up, and then afterwards I thought, oh no, don't be silly, and I put it down, and then I picked something else up, and then I thought, you know what, I don't want that something else. This just resonated so much, and I felt I wanted to put it in today's, like I was doing this weekly reading today, and I wanted to put it in this reading. So there's something about dreams that I've just channeled for this weekly reading, because I think there's something, it's something that we need to remember. It's something that we need to embrace. Because sometimes I think we can get so bogged down in the ordinary that we forget the extraordinary. And when we forget the extraordinary, we stop seeing it all around us. So there's this sense of uncovering a deeper aspect of yourself, pole number 1. And then we've got number 12, listen to inner guidance. Wisdom dwells within. Sorry, I'm not sure if that's... Actually, I'm just going to see if I can make that a little bit clearer. I'll just see if that's better. Is that better? Oh, that's better, I think. Listen to inner guidance. Wisdom dwells within. Look at the colours. Now, I've got a very interesting, just a fleeting message that passed through my head just then. And Spirit said, focus on the colours. The colours in these cards are very different. It's quite bold and you know, quite, it's not vivid, but it's colourful, and it's yeah, colourful, let's just say. And then you've got this softer one. Spirit says, Spirit is telling me, whichever colours you are most drawn to, whichever colours you feel more connected to, that's where you start. So there's a sense with that, it's very interesting, thank you, Spirit. There's a sense with that these cards could have come out either way. They had to come out a way, but they could have come out either way, because for some of you, it would be listen to your inner guidance, and that helps you uncover your softer self. And for some of you, it's when you uncover your softer self that the wisdom comes forth. you'll start to listen to your inner guidance. You'll be in that space. So that's quite an interesting message from Spirit. Whichever colors attract your attention the most, put that in front, because that's your guiding. That's where you start, or that's where it begins. Now this is the 12 is a 3. Listen to inner guidance. Wisdom dwells within. The 3 for me is the joy, the number of joy. It's communication, it's community. But whenever I see a 3, it's either because there's a lack of joy or there's joy coming. And I feel this, when you listen to your inner guidance, and this wisdom just starts to, I feel like this electricity, you know, bubbles up. It kind of crackles to the surface. I feel there's joy coming with that. I feel, because with the joy there's this sense of relief. It's almost like, oh, that's why I was changing, that's why I was evolving, that's why suddenly things in my present life don't fit me so well, or I'm struggling with them. It's because I'm changing, my wisdom's changing, my perception's changing, I'm changing. And this is you, pole number 1, you are changing. Spirit's saying your inner guidance, my friends, your inner guidance comes from Source, because our higher self, our soul is connected to Source. They're one and the same. So however you tune in, whether you tune into you, or you tune into guides, or you tune into the universe, or you just tune into God, or however you feel that you connect, try to find moments this week where you can do that, where you can connect and find time to allow these things to surface. And do you know, I've just got, you know, with the electric eel spirit and the fox spirit, you know, the fox just spring and they pounce, and the eel spirit, when they're in the water, they can be so rapid. So there's this sense of, when this is not a long drawn out process, I feel this uncovering, this understanding, this listening to your inner guidance has actually been happening for a long time. The shifts may not have happened yet. The way that you want to change your life might not yet be recognizable, but it's coming, pole number 1. And then we have the Tarot, and we have the 8 of Wands, we have the Emperor, and we have the Moon. And just so strongly, we've got the 2 major arcana and the minor arcana. The minor arcana, pole number 1, is what you do to co-create with Spirit this week. And the major arcana is how Spirit is going to, what action Spirit's going to take to co-create this week with you. Now there's this sense that the 8 of Wands is a rapid, it's things coming in rapidly, information, messages, wisdom, insight, and it can be anything really. Like, it could be people, it could be jobs, it can be, if you're looking for houses, suddenly there'll be a bunch of them that come in, and all of them will be kind of suitable. And I feel, because the Empress here, I feel it's because pole number 1, you're coming into alignment, you're coming into where you're not just tapping into your intellect and your logic, you're now tapping into something much more deeper in you, and you're actually starting to use that. You're starting to understand that energy, and you're not just going at things from a logical, practical mindset. You're bringing the intangible, the dream, the wisdom, your inner knowing into it. And there's a sense that this alignment, this starting to understand yourself better, makes things happen really quickly. And I think both these energies, I'm feeling them as it's almost like once they've decided to go, both of them are fast, you know, both of them move quickly. But they can also be very slow, and they can, you know, they can be quite thoughtful and quite, you know, an eel can kind of swim on the spot almost. And a fox, you know, until he's calculated his mark, until he's calculated what he's doing, he's going to stay put. And then once he can see, yeah, I'm going for this, then it's boom, rapid. When an eel wants to get out of your way, they just slither away. You don't even see them, they're just gone. And my friends, the moon is here. So that's spirit telling me that pole number 1, you don't have all the information yet to move. You don't have all the information yet to take action. Everything's just coming to the surface. The ideas are coming. The ideas are brewing. You're strategizing. But it's not that you're getting bogged in it, because I see these think on your feet, these light feet, this kind of slippery energy. You're not going to allow yourself to be bogged down. And I feel with this eel spirit, I just feel that you're going with the flow. And that's why, even though the moon is here, so you don't have all the picture, you don't have all the information yet, I just feel it's almost like you're operating from such a deep level, pole number 1, that it's your intuition guiding you. And the moon suggests there could be fears, there could be doubts that come up for you. And pole number 1, please, please allow yourself to feel those. It's completely normal. And almost when we feel our fears, when we acknowledge our fears, that's our sign that we're moving forward. That's our sign that we're changing, we're evolving. So your fear will also guide you. But I don't think it's a fear that's going to stop you. I don't see you being stopped in your tracks, or I don't see road bumps. I feel the universe this week is gently bringing things to the surface. I just get this really soft, like waves coming through you, that every now and again they crackle and they get your attention. And it's to move you forward. It's to start getting you thinking of something different in your life. And pole number 1, that'll be different for all of you, but there's just going to be in an area of your life or in an aspect of yourself, there's just something that's calling for change. And I feel you won't have a problem with it, not this week, pole number 1. I'm going to leave you with those messages, my friends. Love and light. Have a wonderful week. Sending you so many blessings. Take care. See you next time. Bye-bye. Hello, pole number 2. Welcome to your weekly reading. Let's have a look at what messages Spirit has for you this week. So the overall energy for this week, we have the Otter Spirit with you are never alone. And I love how this is shaped in a heart. And I just noticed the 42. So the 42 for me is like the universal number, like Spirit's number. And to me, whenever I see 42, it's a reminder that Spirit is taking care of things for me. A Spirit is guiding me. It's almost like if you have a lucky number, pole number 2, think of 42 as the universe's lucky number. So it's that kind of energy, which is beautiful. We have Snake Spirit with time to heal, and we have 55, so that's double 5, and that comes to a 10. So a lot of change, a lot of new beginnings. Then we have 44. Look, another double number. That's very interesting. Relax into the unknown. Initiate with trust. And we have 27, speak with loving kindness, words matter. It's very purple, very crown chakra and very throat chakra. I feel like pole number 2, Spirit's going to be speaking through you this week to heal yourself, to heal others. As you speak to others, I feel that your words will be like a balm, a soothing balm on them, but it'll also heal you in some aspect. So it's a really beautiful message coming through. We have the Fool, we have the Four of Swords, and we have the Devil. Okay, pole number 2. This is I'm just getting tinglies. I'm just getting tingles. There is it's strong energy, it's bold energy, but there is a gentleness behind it. Pole number 2, there is this almost like you're being cradled. I got the word mollycoddled, and I know generally we use that word generally as a almost like we're being overindulged, but I don't mean it like that here. I mean like you're just being cradled, you're being looked after, you're being guided through this time, because I feel that for some of you it may not be that easy to go through, and for others of you, I just saw a sailboat, so you're going to sail through it. And I think that's because pole number 2, you're all on a different timeline, if you like. So on your journey, you all find yourself at a different place. So some of you have been through the really, really difficult stuff, and some of you are in it right now, and others of you are entering it. But there's a sense of no matter where you find yourself on this journey, pole number 2, Spirit has you. You are actually, for want of a better word, you're actually in the hands of God. So you are being taken, you are being guided, you are being led. So there's a sense that even through the difficulty, there's this sense that there's this pull, this guidance. And so synchronicities might be quite high. You might actually get a lot of them this week, pole number 2. So let's have a look at this overall energy. And we have 42 with the Otter Spirit, you are never alone, and 55 with the Snake Spirit, time to heal. So even pole number 2, even if you live on your own, or you might be somewhere where your family or your friends are not close by, you might have just immigrated, or you might have just started a new job, so you're getting to know everybody. So even if in your physical world you are alone, Spirit doesn't want you to feel alone. And for those of you that find you surrounded by people and you feel lonely, Spirit is saying tap into the all that is, because you're so not alone. And this is Spirit. Not only are you going to see how Spirit loves you, how we are loved. We are loved, like our soul loves our human body. It knows how difficult it is to be human, to have the limits of our physical body, to have, to feel pain and to feel emotion, and to sometimes forget that there is something so much bigger out there than us. And so we feel lack, and we feel alone, and we feel disconnected, and we worry, and we're scared. And I feel this week for you, pole number 2, I feel like it's almost like even if you are heading, like even if you are in the difficult time, or you feel that things are starting, like your world is starting to shake and things are not as comfortable as they used to be, this week I almost feel like you're going to get respite. This week, it's almost like pole number 2, the energies around you calm down. And that's because Snake Spirit's here and Spirit wants you to take a breath. It's just going to be like a breath where you can rest, you can heal, you can, it's not, a Spirit saying, it's not a time to analyze what you've just been through. It's not a time to dwell on the past, or dwell on what you've been through, or dwell on what you don't have, dwell on what you want. This is a time almost where you've just got time out. And I feel that's physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. It's almost like you can breathe out. It's almost like pole number 2, you've been holding your breath. Maybe you've been really busy, or there's a sense that with this Fool here, things maybe have started to change in your life and you've been holding your breath going, oh my God, I don't know how this is going to end up. I don't know how I'm going to make it all happen. So there's this sense that you might have been holding your breath, and now this week you can breathe out. Because Spirit wants this to be a week of healing. And the reason it wants it to be a week of healing is here in the tarot. So you've got the Fool, the 4 of Swords, and the Devil. And when I said the Devil, the minute I said and the Devil, the thing that came to me, and what's out is out. That's just it. It kind of, I said the Devil and my brain just went, and what's out is out. And it's almost like all those habits, all those things, pole number 2, that keep you small, that keep you dimming your light, that keep you afraid, they keep you self-conscious, they make you feel like you can't. That's what's leaving. So pole number 2, I got very clear from Spirit, if it's people that are making you feel this way, in the month of April, they will leave your life. And I feel that for the majority of you, they're just going to, it's almost like they just fall away. So there's not even really a lot that you're going to need to do. It might be their idea. They might turn around and go, look, this is not working for me. You might lose your job, so you didn't have to quit. And this week is putting you in a place of trusting, of healing, of feeling really supported. And I'm not even saying, pole number 2, that you're supported by those around you, though some of you will find that you have support around you in this physical 3D world. But a lot of you, suddenly you're just going to feel supported. You're just going to feel like, oh, I'm starting to feel strong. I'm starting to feel like, gosh, I can actually do this. A Spirit saying to me, you're not going to have it all figured out, so don't think you will. You've got the Fool here. But what no longer belongs with you will leave you. The stronger you come out of this week, pole number 2, the more calm, quiet. Because there's a sense here with the 4 of Swords, I'm getting a sense of recharged. The more that falls away this month, the more you're going to be in an energy of release and let go. Spirits are also saying in an energy of acceptance. This healing, this loving otter spirit energy of you are never alone, it's to remind you and to help you feel from a very, like I'm getting like from within all the cells of your body, a feeling of I'm okay. There will be a vibration that shows you that it doesn't even show you, Spirit saying show is not the right word, that you feel that vibration that you feel and you can tap into, and it guides you to let go. It guides you to go, okay, I'm sad, I'm gonna have days when I'm gonna cry or when I'm going to feel loss, but I'm accepting that because the new, I feel whatever's falling away, it's because this new thing is knocking on your door. And it's almost like you have to make space for it, pole number 2. And Spirit's helping you make space for this. And how do we make space energetically? We take time to acknowledge where we are now, to forgive ourselves, because, you know, where we are now, we co-created it with others, with Spirit. We have free will, so we're not, this is not going into victim mode at all. And pole number 2, you won't even feel that. You won't feel like a victim because Spirit is just not going to let you. It is showing you so clearly what no longer belongs in your life, what is still attached to you that should not be. And you're going to take this leap of faith. You're going to sever those ties, or you're going to let things just fall away. You're going to move away. You're going to allow others or other things to move away from you. And I'm feeling this energy, maybe because it is purple and this blue of your crown chakra and your throat chakra. I feel that your words and your knowing that this wisdom inside of you, this your inner self, is actually going to, it's like you're embracing gratitude. Because I can see you saying, oh, thank you, I'm so glad that came into my life, but now, okay, it's time to say goodbye, or that's going off to do another journey, or whatever it might be. A Spirit doesn't want me to get too specific, because this can be anything and everything to any number of you, so apply it to where it fits. But there's this sense that your higher self is kicking in here, and even though there will be moments of sadness and loss and regret, maybe disappointment even, your higher self will show you, wow, gosh, if I didn't have that person, or if I didn't have that job, or if I didn't have this opportunity or this thing, it wouldn't have guided me to this idea or that idea, or this path or that path. Do you know what I mean? Because there's a sense here of taking a leap of faith, starting a new journey, pole number 2, and Spirit doesn't want you to lug around your old baggage. It's time to let that go, because it's tiring you out. When we start new journeys with all our baggage, you look at the Fool has hardly any baggage. He knows he's on a new journey. He doesn't know yet what he needs, but there's a trust there that he will find what he needs as he goes along the path. So he doesn't have to pack everything. He doesn't have to have everything just in case he might need it. And there's this sense of being really, I got the word chilled. You know, there's going to be this aspect of yourself, these moments this week, pole number 2, where even if you wouldn't necessarily describe yourself as a chilled out person, that's really what you're going to embody. You're really, and it comes from this level of acceptance. That level of acceptance in you is what is driving this. It's that level of, look, I've learnt so much. You know, before I started my previous journey, I was afraid. I didn't know what I was going to do. Look where I am now. It's not perfect. I need to make changes. But gosh, I've moved forward. I've grown. I've changed. I've evolved. I've become wiser. I've become more confident. And there's this sense that you're going to see all that, pole number 2. And that's what fuels you forward. That's what moves you forward. Now you've got 44, relax into the unknown, and it says initiate with trust. And then you've got speak with loving kindness, words matter. Now 4 and 4, you know, there's the double 4 number, which is stability and security, foundations, all that kind of thing. But I'm looking at this as an 8, and this is embracing your personal power. The 8 is it's a power number. It's our personal power number. The 8 is very much like the emperor. Like it embodies who you are, what you are capable of, your strengths, your weaknesses, your gifts. All that makes up who you are. And when we embrace that, the trueness of ourselves, we are powerful. And there's this sense of relax into the unknown, because there's a level of trust here. When we are connected to source, it's so much easier to trust. When we feel disconnected and we feel like we're all alone, we've lost that trust. We've disconnected, and we find it hard to trust. We find it hard to go with the flow. And this says initiate with trust. So that means start something, trust in it. Relax into the unknown. Gosh, that's not easy to do. You know, when we walk into the unknown, I think we're anything but relaxed. But there's a sense here, pole number 2, that you can be relaxed. And the more relaxed you are, I mean, you've got relax on this card, and you've got the 4 of Swords, which is kind of like a relaxing, at taking time out. I heard the word chilling earlier. So it's going to be so important this week. The more relaxed you can be this week, I feel the more will surface and move through you quickly. Nothing will get stuck or bogged down. You'll see all the habits and the things that just don't serve you anymore. And this leap of faith will be easier to do as you let go of more and more things. And then you've got 27, speak with loving kindness, words matter. And I just got to you, about you, for you. You know, so often we speak words to ourselves and we tell ourselves how we can't or how we shouldn't. But we need to use our words for ourselves. Our words can either make us feel self-conscious and lacking and fearful, or they can make us feel trusting and brave and connected. So Spirit, with this reading, pole number 2, is kind of saying it's really up to you. And that's very interesting, because Spirit was just saying it's really up to you this week, pole number 2. Spirit is taking care of everything for you. That is really, you know, you've got 2 major arcana, 1 minor. Major arcana is how Spirit co-creates, what Spirit does to co-create with us. It's the part that Spirit plays. The minor arcana is the part that we play when we co-create with Spirit. So you've got 2 to 1. So I feel like Spirit is saying here, it's got you. It's got this. Allow, trust, go with it. There's this sense that the more calm and loving and connected you can be with yourself, because when you are connected with yourself, you are connected with Spirit, the bigger the impact this week will have on you. And I really feel, I'm so drawn to the Fool card. I keep looking at it. I'm so drawn to it because, and when I feel drawn to a card like that, like if I'd felt so drawn, if I kept looking at the Devil, that means this week, pole number 2, the Devil energy probably would have been the strongest. But it's this Fool energy that is stronger. The Fool eclipses the Devil. So the Devil is here to say, are these things falling away? But that's almost like a consequence of your actions. It's a consequence of how you're moving forward. It's not things are falling away and then you take the leap of faith. You take the leap of faith and then almost see what needs to go. Because you're going to take a leap and you're going to think, oh, I'm too heavy. Oh, I thought I'd healed that. You've got snake spirit here, time to heal. Oh, I thought I'd healed that. 55. That's 2 5s. That's mega change. New things. The 5 is all about taking a chance, change, risk, adventure. And then it comes to a 10, and a 10 in tarot is the ending. And you've got the Fool here, complete new journey. But you start this new journey and it shows you what needs to go. So in those moments of quiet and peace and contemplation, and pole number 2, be mindful of what you say about yourself to others, what you say to others, and what you say to yourself. And relax. You're initiating new things into your life. And there's a sense of just trust. Embrace this Fool energy. Take that leap of faith. You'll land on your feet. And some of you might feel, because I was going to say you'll fall on your feet. Some of you might feel like you're falling, but you're never alone. Spirit's catching you. I don't even feel like Spirit's letting you go. So all through this jump, I just feel like, you know, if you could picture Spirit's hand or Spirit's energy under your feet, as you leap, it's continuously under your feet. You're completely guided. Your higher self, your soul knows exactly where you're landing. And you, as a human with a mind and an ego and logic and needing tangible things that you can see and know, you have to put that aside, pole number 2, and just accept that you as a human might not know where you're landing, but your soul knows where it's going. I'm going to leave you with those messages, pole number 2, sending you lots of love, light and blessings. Have a wonderful week. Take care. See you next time. Bye-bye. Hello, pole number 3. Welcome to your weekly reading. Let's have a look at what messages Spirit has for you this week. So your overall energy is white raven spirit with trust in the magic. Oh, what a way to start. We have 62 and turtle spirit, slow and steady wins the race. Look at these beautiful blues. I felt very blue today, like I was very drawn to the blues and the greens. And we have accept loving support. Let yourself be held. Oh, that's beautiful. Do you know, pole number 3, if you were drawn at all to pole number 2 with the mookaite crystal, go watch it. There was something about being held, being supported. We also have ground yourself, be in your body. That's interesting energies. Let yourself be held and be in your body. We have the 2 of Cups, we have the 6 of Cups, and we have the King of Wands. Beautiful energy. Oh, look, pole number 3. There's an offer that's, if it doesn't come this week, it's on its way, or you might get hints of it this week, and maybe it hasn't been official, like it hasn't officially come out. So if it's a job offer, you might, somebody might have spoken to you about it, but nothing's official yet. But there's this sense that, but for the majority of you, it's happening this week. There's an offer coming through. And I feel like it leads to choices. It leads to, I'm getting the word decision. So there's a decision you're going to be making because of something that comes in for you. Now, I just bought this stone today. For those of you that have been following me for a while, I'm house sitting around New South Wales with a friend, and we're along the coast now, the south coast of New South Wales. And we stopped at a little town not too far away from where we're staying, and this little stone just jumped out at me. I thought the colour of the stone was beautiful. Obviously it's a painted stone, but it just felt beautiful. It felt, the weight of it in my hand was beautiful. And then I thought to myself, oh, I'm travelling around, the last thing I need is to carry around a stone because it's fairly weighty. And I put it down, and I went through and I went back to it, and then I walked away from it. And it called me so strongly that I thought, oh, I just got to grab it. And I wasn't planning on doing my reading this week. We've got rain that's coming in the next couple of days. So I thought, oh, I'll leave it until a rainy day and do my reading then. But yeah, I felt drawn to do the reading today. And this stone, it was just like, I've got to put that stone on there. And I feel so drawn to it. And there's this sense that when I look at this, let's say it's an opportunity, pole number 3, I'm drawn to ask you, do you believe that dreams do come true? Do you believe that your dreams can come true? And Spirit's just said to me, do you believe that your soul has dreams for you? Because you've got this 6 of Cups. And that's wishes. Long-held wishes coming true. It's beautiful, gentle, loving energy. And with these dreams do come true that I was so drawn to today, pole number 3, I want to ask you, you know, as children we dreamt and nobody could tell us our dreams were silly. I mean, you know, I think we've all been told, oh, don't be silly, it doesn't exist, or it's not true. But you know what, when nobody was watching, we still dreamt it, we still believed. And there's this energy of the 6 of Cups. And I feel that it's in the middle of your reading. I feel this 6 of Cups is so important because this 6 of Cups is a link between an offer and your hopes, goals and dreams. The King of Wands, the Wands is all about your passions. It's all about what drives you. It's all about your goals and your, you know, what gets you out of bed in the morning. It's a fire energy. And there's this sense that the King of Wands knows his passion, he knows his calling, He knows what his soul is guiding him to do. He is so filled with that he can then give to others. He can be of service. The king is always of service to others. He brings his wisdom, his knowledge, his lessons, his gifts, his resources. So just depending on what suit it is. So with the King of Wands, it's his gifts. He brings his gifts out into the world because your gifts are from your soul. Your gifts are your driving force. They're your passions. And there's this sense with this Six of Cups in the middle is, do you have this childlike wonder? Do you have this belief in your gifts, your dreams, your goals? Because for some of you, I feel this offer is going to feel too good to be true. And so some of you might doubt it. Some of you might think, oh, I'm not sure about this. It's a bit too good to be true. You know, it's too, like the coincidences of how this just fits in perfectly with everything that you're trying to do is going to make you go, oh, that's a bit, I got the word sus. No. No, no, no. There's this sense of embracing pole number 3, this childlike wonder this week, so that you don't get caught up in the logic, matter of fact, adultness that we become when we become adults, don't we? We have to be logical, and we have to be there's this particular word that I'm looking for that Spirit will give to me, but you know, as adults we have to be stable, and you know, when it's almost like we're not allowed to have these flights of fantasy. And I want to say to you, pole number 3, why not? Look at your overall energy. I mean, I've got sidetracked and started with the tarot. I'll come back to those. But your overall energy, so the energy for the week is White Raven Spirit and trust in the magic. You know, a child doesn't explain to you why it believes in fairies. There's no explanation required. But as adults, we feel if we have, and this is not just in your beliefs, pole number 3, it's in maybe even what you're trying to do. And then with this sense of, oh, if I can't explain it, it's not real. If I can't explain it, if I can't make people see my viewpoint on this or what I'm trying to do, if they don't understand it, then on some level it's ridiculous. No, this is your journey, pole number 3. So only you need to understand it. And you know what Spirit's even saying to me? Not even understanding it on a logical level, just feeling it. If you feel it and you are called to it, then it is your duty to move forward on it. Your duty is not to try and make it unreal or to prove that you're wrong. You know, your duty is to see, where does this go? What is possible in this? Trust in the magic. So what is this magic for you, pole number 3? Because there's this sense that this offer, now this offer could be just something random that a stranger says to you that just sparks an idea in you. It can be you walk into a shop and suddenly the person at the counter in front of you is talking about how they are looking for somebody to fill a position in their business and they haven't had any luck, and there you are standing behind them going, oh my God, I've been looking for a job like that and haven't seen any advertised. Is it too good to be true? Do you let that person walk away and say to yourself, oh, well, no, it's too good to, then they'll never look at me? Or do you jump at the chance? Accept, put yourself out there. So there is a sense with these examples that Spirit's giving me, there is a sense that you're going to have to take a step. You're going to have to do something. But there is a sense that everything you do this week, pole number 3, trust in the magic. The more magical, fantastical, unbelievable it seems, the more you need to follow it. And I know that's not what we're told today. You know, how many times do you hear, if it's too good to be true, it's because it is. And yes, we need to apply caution because not everybody vibrates at a kind level. Thank you, Spirit. At a giving level. But I don't think that's an issue for you, pole number 3 this week. And there's no malice here. There's no anybody trying to get the better of you or anything like that. Like, there's no negative energy here. It's really beautiful and very, very loving. Very, very loving. So trust in the magic. Trust in yourself as well, pole number 3. You know, it takes trust and it takes confidence and it takes courage. If you find yourself eavesdropping into a conversation and there's something about that you just go, oh, that's meant for me, to then go, oh, hello. I was just, sorry I was listening, but, you know, that takes courage. And when you trust in your abilities, trust in, you know, Spirit's synchronicities, the magic that is all around us, that, do you know what, I reckon 90% of the time we're oblivious to. Everything that we walk past that is magical, that we just do not see, really makes me wonder sometimes. I think we are heading towards generations where we will see that more and more, because we'll see less with our eyes and more with just our intuition and our soul, our inner self. And then you have Turtle Spirit, and it says slow and steady wins the race. There's no rush. There'll be synchronicities that you find yourself in a position where you might need to act now. But then there's no rush in it. So what I'm saying, so the Spirit's just clarified this for me. Thank you, because I don't think I was going to be able to explain it so well. But pole number 3, there's a sense of you don't have to rush around looking for this opportunity, looking for these people. They come as a synchronicity. So it's when you are quiet, it's when you slow down. If you're standing in a queue, so we'll go back to my original example of standing in line waiting for your turn, and the person in front of you is talking to the shopkeeper or the chemist or whatever, whoever, and saying, oh, you know, we've been looking for this person, or whatever it might be. If you're rushing and going, oh my gosh, hurry up, stop talking. Not that we should all be listening to other people's conversations, but you'll miss it. And you need to trust, pole number 3, that if you don't hear it, so if you are quiet and you don't hear it, you know, it doesn't mean you have to listen to everybody's conversations, because you'll hear it. But there is a sense of the calmer, the more slowly and steady you are, the more it thank you, Spirit. Sorry, pole number 3, I'm needing so much help with this reading, because Spirit wants me to get it right, and so that you can understand these energies. So it's not that you might not hear this offer, or you might not overhear a conversation, or you might not tune into a sign that's in a shop front window, or you might not grab that particular newspaper or go to that particular website, or there'll be, because remember, this is a synchronicity. So, but there's a sense that If you are slow and thorough, and if you are speeding through life and going, oh, come on, hurry up, just get over it, you'll hear Spirit saying you're not going to miss the opportunity. But when we're racing through life, sometimes these opportunities don't register. They come to us, but they don't register because we're too fast. So the opportunity comes and goes, and we're too busy like saying hurry up, or we're too busy going, right, okay, the minute I finish in here, I've got to go out there and do this. So we'll hear some, and it might be only that night that you go, oh, hang on a minute, they were talking about. And that's why this turtle spirit's important. And it's a calmer, gentle energy. This is gentle. I mean, the King of Wands, you know, the Wands is fiery, but he is so comfortable with his gifts and his goals and his passion and his soul calling. He's so comfortable. He knows the direction he's going to go in. He's not flighty, and you know, fire energy has a tendency to burn us up. So it has a tendency, you know, we ignite and we burn so brightly because we're so excited that we kind of fizz ourselves out. We kind of get fatigued and burn out and things like that. The King's not that energy. And maybe the Knight of Wands could be that energy because he wants to do everything quickly because he's excited, and there's this sense that you burn yourself out. But the King knows how to harness this energy, so there's not a sense of that burning too hot and then, you know, then you run cold kind of thing. Now I'm feeling with this Two of Cups and trust in the magic with the Raven spirit. I feel like for some of you, this is a person coming into your life. It could be romantic, absolutely, with the cups, definitely. With the wands, passion. There'll be a lot of attraction if this is a person. There'll be a lot of love, a lot of deep connection, but a lot of very physical connection as well. Like this can be just an opportunity, like a job or a new home. It could be resources coming in, but it's something that comes in to help you. And generally with the Two of Cups, it comes in from another person. So a family member might lend you some money so that you can move, or you can start your own business, or, you know, there's a sense that there's other people helping you, and it can just be one other person, or it can be a group of people, an association. But there's this sense of linking up with somebody else, or with like I said, a group or an association, like-minded people. And I really feel like you go from the Two of Cups to the Six of Cups, and then the Kings are the last court card. So it shows an evolution here. It's going bigger, if you like, because when we look at the minor arcana, it kind of starts with the aces, and then twos, threes, fours, and all the way through to the page, and then the knights, the queens, and then the kings. So there's this real progression here. So I do feel like whatever is coming in, if this is a partner, if this is an association, if this is resources, there's enough, or it will be long standing. So there's some kind of longevity in here. Now we have accept loving support. Let yourself be held. Now, I just feel this. Oh, excuse me. My apologies. Pole number 3. I'm so sorry. It kind of came out of nowhere and surprised me. I feel this accept loving support, let yourself be held, is in direct link to this Two of Cups. Now this person, if it's a romantic partner, might look too good to be true. If it's a business opportunity or a new job, there's a sense here that the support that comes with this is genuine. And all you need do, pole number 3, is accept. Let yourself be held. You don't have to do it all on your own. We are always, 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 always in the energy of free will. That is a governing law in the world, intangible, tangible, on earth, in the ether. We all have free will. But that doesn't mean that we have to stand alone all the time. It doesn't mean we can't ask for help. It doesn't mean you do it on your own. Free will doesn't equal a life of being alone. The support that is coming your way, pole number 3, is genuine. And there's this sense of trusted. And you're going to feel really supported. You are going to feel really supported. And there's, you've got the white raven spirit. Trust in the magic. Trust in the magic. And this will feel like magic to you. Because I feel like it's been maybe a long time for some of you since you've had this level of unconditional support. This is not somebody saying to you, right, I need this and this and this from you, and then I'll offer you this. There's not a lot of conditions to this. And there might, if it's a job, there'll be the usual contracts and things like that. But this is really a win-win, and you're going to feel that. Because this other person is going to be just as happy to have found you as you are to have found them. And this support, you'll feel the support first, I feel. You'll feel the support. You'll feel, because I feel this almost a sense of, it's almost like you can lean on another now. You've got, somebody is sort of, extending their hand, and you can grab the hand and have a bit of support, a bit more stability. But that's going to work both ways. And I'm getting the word naturally, because it's just going to happen where neither party has to give up an aspect of themselves in order to be in this relationship, whatever type of relationship that is. And then we've got ground yourself, be in your body. I feel, pole number 3, that this ground yourself, be in your body, I feel like the magic, the dreams, the synchronicity of this, the sheer chance and luck. You're literally going to be pinching yourself, and you're literally going to think, oh my gosh, what? And there's a sense here from spirit, ground yourself, be in your body. This is not luck that has just fallen on you and next week it'll be gone. This is not a flighty energy. This is not too good to be true and then you're going to fall in a heap, in a couple of months. And this is like, pinch yourself if you need to, pole number 3, because that'll remind you that yes, you're still on this earth. You're still here. This is happening on the physical realm, in the physical realm. There's a sense here that you're going to feel like, oh my gosh, have I died and gone to heaven? What is all this? There's a sense that when you talk to others, you might go, oh my gosh, I just feel like I'm so lucky at the moment. It's not luck. You have brought this to yourself. But it's time, I feel, for you, pole number 3, to receive. And so it's going to feel lucky, it's going to feel magical, and yes, you just have to trust. If you get bogged down in the, oh, that's too good to be true. Oh, yeah, I'll be happy for 5 minutes and then I'll probably get shown how stupid this was and how gullible I was, or whatever it is. You know what we tell ourselves. Pole number 3, Spirit's telling me that you understand. It's none of that. And yes, the synchronicities will be there, the chance encounters. And you can say, oh my gosh, I'm so lucky. But you co-created this, pole number 3, and Spirit really wants you to know that. The more you can embrace childlike wonder, the more you can get excited and go, why not? Oh, thank you, Spirit. Okay, your affirmation, pole number 3 for this week is, why not? Why not? I'm going to leave it there, pole number 3, because there's nothing else for me to say. I'm sending you so much light, love, and blessings, my friends. This is a beautiful week. Be present. Be present. Have a lovely week. Take good care of yourselves, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye, my friends. Hello, pole number 4. Thank you for joining me. Welcome to your weekly reading. Let's have a look at what messages Spirit has for you. We have the Vulture Spirit with Nothing is Wasted. I feel that's a good energy for this week. That's how I'm feeling this week. That's a lovely message. We have Chameleon Spirit, Act as if. Dreams do come true, my friends. We have Act with Courage, Let Your Legs Guide You. We have Transform Old Situations into New Possibilities, Let Go of the Past and Become the Present. I love that. Let go of the past and become the present. You're the gift, my friends. This week you're the gift. We have the Page of Pentacles, the Ace of Pentacles, the Ace of Cups. Oh, pole number 4, what have you been doing? Obviously a lot of inner work, because I just have to. Transform old situations into new possibilities. Let go. I don't know if you can see that clearly. It will focus, I'm sure. Let go of the past and become the present. You become, if I hold it this side it might read better. I think that's a bit better. You become the present. Look at this. If you've been following me for a while, my friends, you know the aces for me are a gift from the universe. It's just the way it's being offered. So the gift from the universe, I'm almost feeling this week, is you. Pole number 4, you are the gift. And the Pentacle is all about tangible things. Spirit is offering you the gift that increases your life. And when I mean increases your life, this is tangible. The Pentacles are tangible. It's like a seed you can plant and you can watch it grow. It's like a job that you get, that you can get promotions in, you can grow in, you can evolve in. It's the partner that you find that will grow into a long-term relationship, and you'll do things together. You might move to new places, you'll experience new things. But there's a sense here of being on the same wavelength and being able to mature and grow and evolve together. So you end up, the Ace of Pentacles always means that if you accept this gift of this pentacle, you always end up with more than what the original gift was. And then the Ace of Cups is the gift that leads to fulfillment. So these really are my favorite these really are my favorite aces, because it's fulfillment. So like wish fulfillment. And that actually transfers to the physical world. I was going to say the physical realm, but that's true as well. But it's things that are tangible in the world, in your life. And these gifts, somehow with this, and become the present, this is the gifts. There's a sense that these transform who you are, what you do, where you are, with whom. That doesn't mean that everything that's old is going to fall away. So if you have a beautiful relationship, because every beautiful relationship has its problems, but you'll probably evolve and you'll probably grow and you'll come to a new understanding. So the relationship transforms. It doesn't mean that everything has to end. Some might. But it can just be that things transform. You know, whenever, well, I'll speak for myself because I won't speak on your behalf, pole number 4, but whenever I see the word transformation, I always get a butterfly that comes to mind. I always picture a butterfly. And a butterfly transforms. Yes, it's no longer a caterpillar, but the caterpillar, it's why it's not death. You know, the caterpillar didn't die and now there's something replacing it. I mean, the butterfly does replace the caterpillar, but not exactly, because the caterpillar becomes the butterfly. There's it's different. So there's a sense here that in the new, a lot of the old will still survive. A lot of the old is just being transformed. Will there be endings? Yes, I do think so. I do think so, pole number 4, because your overall energy for this week is vulture spirit, nothing is wasted. And that brings you to chameleon spirit, act as if. 63 is a 9, 14 is a 5. So there's endings that usher in change. Or this transformation that ushers in change. For each of you, there'll be different. So in some area of your life, things might be exiting. For some of you, they might just be transforming. And look at this. The chameleon card says act as if. And then you've got act with courage. Now this vulture spirit, nothing is wasted. It basically is all the things, or it's not to say there's multiple things, it could be just one thing, there could be multiple things. But everything that is transforming, everything that might be exiting your life, it's not wasted. That relationship that ended taught you something. It's given you newfound wisdom. It's put you in a different place, in a different mindset. Will you repeat that error or that lesson? Thank you, Spirit. It's not an error, my friends. It's a lesson. No, I really feel with these cards, I don't think so, pole number 4. You might have been around the block a few times, but you got it now. That's why all these lessons not wasted on you, because you're extracting the wisdom. You're taking from everything that's happened in the past, and you're seeing the beauty in it. You're seeing what it has given you. You know, with the vulture, I always get images of roadkill, and that's wildlife that has been killed on roads. And there's a sense that, you know, well, we don't have vultures here in Australia, but the crows come down, and, you know, there's all these, I can't think of what they're called now. It doesn't matter. But you know what vultures are, there's a lot of species that basically come in and they clean. They keep our world clean. And there's a word for them, but I cannot remember. And there's a sense that they come down and they, you know, they feed on the animals that have passed, and therefore they clean. So that animal's life hasn't been wasted. It's fed another animal, and that animal also stops diseases and you know, putrid things from being around until they sort of break down on their own, if you want. So there's a sense that it's so necessary. And you're going to be seeing that in your life this week, pole number 4. You're going to be seeing all those things that didn't work out, all those times that you think you failed. It wasn't for nothing. And when we realize that, pole number 4, it changes our life. Because suddenly everything is happening for us then. If we can honestly see that everything that happens to us has a reason, has an experience, a learning, an understanding behind it, then suddenly it's happening for us. And I feel it's this understanding that brings you to this Page of Pentacles. And what's so important about this Page of Pentacles? He acts as if. The pages, it's very interesting because the page normally, you know, when I'm reading cards, if there was like a chronological order to things, I would always see the pentacle as after the aces, because the Page of Pentacles is the court card that goes, oh yes, thank you, Spirit, I'll have that. I'll have that opportunity. I'll have that gift, whatever it might be. Now the page, they're always depicted by a young person because they show inexperience. They show lack of knowledge. So the page, he doesn't know what to do with these gifts. His power is that he trusts and he sees the potential. He knows Spirit's not going to give him a dud gift. So he trusts and he knows that he can learn. He knows that he doesn't know, but that doesn't get him all worked up. He doesn't go, well, I don't know what to do with that, so no thank you. He's like, well, I don't know what to do with that, but give it here and I'll figure it out. I'll go and find out. I'll get some training. I'll get some knowledge. I'm going to ask some questions. And there's a sense here that confidence that the page has can almost be seen as in this act as if. You know, with that chameleon spirit, the chameleon doesn't become like blue. You know, he's still a chameleon. He's still who he is. He's just, you could almost say, trying things on for size. When he's up against a blue background, he'll become blue. It's to camouflage, so it protects him. But in this instant, it's almost this chameleon spirit. I'm getting it, act as if. Okay, act as if you've got the job already. How, not walk around and spend the money as if you've got the job that you don't have. No, because that puts us in, well, it could put us in a very difficult situation, because then how will we pay our bills? The act as in is not, you know, he doesn't roar like a lion. He doesn't try to become something else. He just tries on different colors. He just changes color. I don't know how to explain that to you better. Pole number 4. I hope that you can get the energy that I'm trying to transfer here. But the page kind of, wow, you know, if I had that job, how would I feel? Like, what would I need to learn? What would I need to do? Do I need to dress differently? Because a gardener dresses very differently than a lawyer. You know, if you work in the corporate world, you dress very differently than if you're working in fashion. You know, so there's a sense that it's not necessarily who you become. It doesn't change you. It's just you try these things on, and therefore it makes you feel more part of something. And do you know, when we do that, sometimes that brings us clarity. Because if it's meant for us, even if that's not normally how we dress, or not normally how we conduct ourselves, or not normally an industry that we're comfortable with, we will feel a certain amount of ease. If it's not for us, we will feel odd. It will feel wrong. It will feel, now there's a certain level of not being in a comfort zone. There's a certain level of going, oh my gosh. So it doesn't have to feel perfect. It doesn't, we're not going for comfort here, but there'll be a certain amount of ease. So you can picture yourself in that environment. You can feel yourself in that environment. You can feel yourself talking to those people. You know, I'll give you, Spirit just gave me an example. If you want to be an actor or an actress, now if you are completely camera shy, and every time you picture yourself in front of the camera, you feel sick, there's something saying, okay, could just be fear, or is this really what you want to do? Are you drawn to the industry? Are you better off as a director or behind the camera? So sometimes these things, they help us to tweak. But if you feel yourself, when you imagine yourself, you know, again, back to the analogy of wanting to be an actor or an actress, if you feel yourself blushing and you get your words all around the wrong way, but there's so much adrenaline and there's so much excitement, then that's a sign that you're new at this. You'll learn, you'll get better. But can you feel the energy is very different? It's not to say that the industry is wrong. It's not to say that you're going at something in a completely, in a wrong way. There might just be things you need to tweak. This gift, It's not tangible yet. It's the page, the knight, the queen and the king that make it tangible. So it's the process of learning, planning, doing, receiving and then giving back that make these gifts, that bring them into the physical world. So sometimes we might see the gift as in a new job, but it might not be that job that came in that is the gift. That job might have only come in to make us leave our old job. Leaving our old job was the gift. And then afterwards there'll be something else that comes in, or we might start our own business or something. So there's this sense here of having this beginner mind, if you like, pole number 4, knowing that you don't know, and therefore experiment almost. Because this, I mean, Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Cups, you can't lose pole number 4. Like, you just can't lose. Spirit's got your back. Spirit wants to move you forward. The Spirit, it doesn't want to move you forward. It's moving you forward. And you see that. You feel that. You've got what it takes. There's no lack here. You're not lacking anything. A bit of experience, a bit of know-how, a bit of figuring it out. Absolutely. But that's just growth that comes from doing something new, embracing something new. Let's look at this. Act with courage. Let your legs guide you. And I love how it says let your legs guide you and not let your mind guide you or your heart guide you. And this act with courage, it's taking those steps. It's in the physical, tangible world. And I love how this card is so purple, because this is act with courage on earth because of what you feel connected to, because of what you feel with your crown chakra, the trust that you have. The trust that you have in Spirit gives you courage to move forward. You're guided forward. The steps will be shown to you. As you take one step, pole number 4, you'll see the next step. You might not see them all in a row. Remember, you're right at the beginning of this. I feel, and I think this is coming from you, there's a level of anticipation, there's a level of excitement, and pole number 4, I get the feeling that you almost think, I don't even know why I'm excited. I've got nothing to be excited about. I don't get where this energy is coming from. It's because it hasn't quite come yet, but you're sensing this. Transform old situations into new possibilities. Let go of the past and become the present. I want to say, pole number 4, there's a boldness in you that you probably haven't seen in a long time, or maybe that you've never had. But there's this boldness in you where you see, I just want to say, the potential in everything. Little things that people be like, oh, why are you fussing with that? It's like, because, I don't know, I just got a vibe about it. There could be something in this. And remember, your legs are guiding you one step at a time. So that thing might not have potential, but it might lead you to that. Or it might lead you to this. Or it might lead you to this idea or this mindset or this. So there's this, it's exciting because it's kind of like, it's almost like you're on a treasure hunt and you're looking under the leaves going, oh, what am I going to find? It's like you're on a treasure hunt, pole number 4, but you don't even know what's been hidden, which is quite befitting because we have Easter just around the corner now, where we've got all the treasure hunt for the eggs and everything. But it's like you're on a treasure hunt and you don't even know what the prize is. But you know without knowing that it's for you. I know that might sound a bit silly, pole number 4, but you know without knowing that this is for you. And you're going to turn every leaf over to see, oh, is it here? Is it here? This act as if. You're going to act as if you've already won. You're going to act as if you found the love of your life, or you found the job of your life, you found the home of your dreams. And by acting as if, you're just going to embody the person that has that. It doesn't mean spend money that you don't have. It doesn't mean socialize with people that you have nothing in common with, hoping that one of them will turn out to be a love partner. It's not that kind of energy. It's just that you're going to see yourself. You're going to be able to picture yourself. You're going to be able to visualize yourself in those situations. And you're going to be able to act and take steps towards it. But these gifts that you see the potential in, it really changes things for you. And I really feel that it changes you on a fundamental level. I just feel this boldness. I think it's this courage. It's just this knowing, this trust. Nothing's wasted. Understanding that things happen for me. So I'm going to let them. I'm going to go with that. I'm going to help them. And it just opens up just amazing things for you, pole number 4. Oh my gosh, if you are drawn to share pole number 4, I'd love to know what some of these opportunities are for you. What are these gifts that are coming through for you? Because it really is special. I'm going to leave you with those messages, my friends. Love and light, pole number 4. Lots and lots of blessings. Take good care of yourselves. Have a wonderful, magical week. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.